All right, welcome back. Today on the table is a Breville Barista, my favorite machine in the whole world. One of my biggest videos was about the silent killer in this machine being the grinder, slowly dying. If you haven't seen that video, go and check it out. But the issue I am going to be talking about today is not something that's particular to the Breville Barista. In fact, it can happen to just about any coffee machine. And in fact, I'm probably not exaggerating when I say that what happened to this machine is probably the #1 failure for any appliance that you have in your house. And it's probably safe to say that unless you can deal with this kind of problem, you will never be a true DIY superstar. So stick with me. I'm going to show you where this machine failed, and I'm going to show you how I fixed it and how I got it back to being fully functional. And hopefully you're going to get a little bit of courage to be able to do this kind of repair yourself. Not only will being familiar with this kind of repair potentially save you thousands of dollars, but it's going to put you in control of the products that you have in your house that could fail at any time. Now, this is a part 1 video because I have an awesome part 2 video, and it's not a coffee machine, it's another household appliance. So make sure you hit that subscribe button because you definitely don't want to miss that upcoming DIY superstar video. All right, let's get into it. All right, new boy on the bench. Let's see what's going on here. Now, seller told me that the steamer's working and the brew head not working. Power's on. Grinder operates. All right, looks like it's heated up. But now I hear a click. Brew head definitely isn't working. The solenoid is bad. The solenoid here is all rusted out and popped, so that's problem #1. What can happen is if this is shorted, it can blow up the connected circuit on the control board as well. So this isn't a one and done solution. Continuity across the solenoid, that means that this is not shorted, so likely the control board is probably okay. And I actually have one of these solenoid assemblies sitting around, so I'm gonna swap this one out. Goes without saying that you never want to force anything here. Okay, so we're ready to test. Let's see what happens. So nothing coming out still. So, all right, so now I'm a little worried because it's probably the control board. And the part that we're interested in is the control box. So let's take it out. Oh yeah, dang, look at that. That's a blowout. Yeah, so something blew out right there. So we're gonna see. Yeah, we have a blown something or other. Resistor, I'm gonna say. It just blew up. And also blew out on the back here. So it looks like the piece that blew out is also, look at that. I mean, God, that looks bad, man. So something blew out on that side. So I found this handy dandy Reddit post about this exact problem, and this is an updated ordering list. So I have gone ahead and headed over to this site that I've never heard of, and I'm about to order all these parts. I'm ordering 10 of each. So the average cost to fix this entire board in terms of parts should be less than $3 per board. Now the board new is over $140, $150. So, but before I hit yes on that, I'm going over exactly what appears to be blown, which is that transistor in the middle, and then the 2 resistors there. And then on the flip side, we've got this R37 resistor, and this triac I thought was okay, but look at that soot on the capacitor. That's not good. So I'm ordering a new one of those as well. So this is the stuff that came in. So we're going to be using these 5 different pieces here. So I'm trying to get this component off and it is not coming. I think I need a heat gun style soldering iron here because this is not working. Ah, finally. Now, I don't even know if there's a pad left there. Let's see if there's a pad there before we proceed. But I think I lost my pad there now. If I just blob those two together, that should be fine. So we need to put a huge blob onto that pad. All right, we should be okay, maybe, or a little piece of wire or something like that. All right, we got one. Let's get the other one. The other one's off. Okay, let's get some flux on there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so those are all done. Now let's get these resistors in. What I've actually done here is created a small piece of bridge. Okay, got the solder on here. Let's try to get it on to here. All right. I think that's actually pretty good. All right, so that side's done. I think I'm trying to get now this piece out here. Okay, got it out. And while we're undoing stuff, let's get the triac out, which is this little fella right here. Hey, triac's out. And then finally, let's get that triac in there. See this or not? Here's me pushing in the triac. Okay. If this works, I will be very excited. My main doubt is this area here, but I think it'll work. Worried about it. Okay, so I think we're done. It's time to test it. Here it is. Nothing. Same thing, same problem. So it didn't fix it. I think that is not connected. Let's try to fix that properly. All right, new strategy. Since this pad's gone, I'm going to try to put this across and then join here to here. Okay, I think I soldered those. That's good. Let's get a little flux on there. Okay, I think that's stuck too. So we've got one section done. I need to get that tiny resistor between here and here, but I'm not going to use the tiny one. I'm going to use this big one. And it can really stick anywhere. So I think what I'll try to do is just... Yeah, that's fine. And then let's see if we can't get that in as well. Okay. I think we're good. This should be identical to what was there before. Well, let's put it back in and give it a shot, see what happens. If this doesn't work, then I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to just give up. Oh, let's see what happens. All right, let's try the shot. Yeah, my God, look at that. We got it working. Yeah, baby. Oh, wow. All right. Hey, we did it. So let me put the thing back together properly, and then it's done. It's ready to go. Perfect. Give that a... All right. Thank you for sticking with me. So the reason I'm making this video is to give those of you who don't already know about them an introduction to the idea of integrated circuits. And by that, I mean those little control boards that are pretty much ubiquitous now in everyday life. And I don't want to rattle on too long about control boards, but most modern appliances and machines use control boards, and that's because a control board is really a bridge between a computer controller and a physical machine. If we think about this machine, for example, it's got a pump in the bottom, it's got a heater, and it's got a couple of solenoids, and it's also got a grinder, and it's got several other sensors. All of those things need to be brought in under the control of a computer. Now, the main issue is that one of the things that's most likely to break on a machine like this is that control circuitry. So if you can learn how to fix it, then you can be a true DIY superstar. I'm pretty sure that every single one of you watching has had a breakdown in some appliance that you have. I would be super interested to know which of your appliances have broken down. So let me know in the comments. And if you see someone who commented something like you, I want you to upvote that. I want to see what the most common appliance breakdowns are. And if you've got an espresso machine, let me know what kind of machine you had that broke. Or if you've had a machine that never broke, then tell me about that one. And as I said, I have an awesome upcoming DIY superstar video, so make sure you hit that subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. All right, over and out.